Yeah, I'm up in Manchester at the Shoesmith building. I believe it's the XYZ building, and I've just been here for an event put on by VSI Executive Education around finance within sport and in particular football, and generating different revenues. So that's been really interesting to listen to.
I'm in Manchester at the VSI event. It's been a great evening talking about sport and the evolution of fans and how data is really driving new revenues across the EPL.
So the purpose of today's event was to look at or rather explore the secrets behind financial success as a football club owner or football club executive. So we're able to look at things like financial performance and position, the history and development of the game, the importance of fans and of stadia reconstruction, and we looked at a few ownership models like multi-club ownership, and then into fan engagement strategies and how to monetize fan followings for revenue generation.
I'm Neil Joyce, the CEO of the Customer Lifetime Value Group. Delighted to be here. I'm here to talk about how you can unlock the 99% of hidden fans in global fan bases.
We're halfway through. It's been a really great event so far. We've talked a lot about multi-club ownership and the growth of that within football, not just within the UK but in Europe and further afield as well. And Rob gave us a potted history of 200 years of commercial development within the football industry as well.
We're really interested in Huddle in terms of exchanging knowledge. So being here today, looking at the way that football is approached and evolved around finance, what we can do to share our own collective experiences of over 4,000 people from across Huddle, supporting over 200,000 teams worldwide, and how can we share the lessons that we pick up with the audience here today.
My name is Martin Bland and I am the Director of Business Development at Epic Risk Management. Epic Risk Management is a proud sponsor of the event. Events
like this are super important for the industry because it gives us the ability to get out of the day-to-day, to think about connecting with other people and to exchange knowledge and ideas. And ultimately those ideas can lead to changes in your work, in your behaviours, in inspiration for the things you do, and hopefully help you be successful in your role.
I think knowledge exchange events like this through VSI and UCFB are critical really for the development of the industry. It can be quite parochial at times, based on its own evidence without really looking outside itself. So events like today really give us an opportunity to share thought, share knowledge, to debate and to really refine what we're going to do to take the game forward and hopefully to make it better.
I've been involved with VSI for a number of years, having graduated from the Sports Directorship programme. Whenever we come to a VSI event, they're always superb at getting expert speakers, but also lots of people from within the industry as well. Plan the days really well so that as well as getting the opportunity to sit through some presentations and take lots of knowledge from that kind of thing, you get loads of time to network with people in similar roles, but really different roles from yourself, both in football, finance and sport in general as well.
I think it's important to understand best practices, what people are doing differently, to innovate, to discuss, to be in a safe place to talk about those things, and just be around like-minded individuals.
I think networking, connecting with certainly people that work within the football industry, from my perspective as an academic, is absolutely crucial. We're trying to generate applied knowledge, look at what can work, what doesn't work, and I think sharing those experiences with the type of network you get here is absolutely exceptional and unparalleled to anywhere else that I've known within football.
Well, events like this are really important because it's about collaboration. It's about like-minded organisations coming together to ultimately work on initiatives that protect the integrity of the sport and that protect the integrity of football teams and ensure that staff and that brands and that athletes within those organisations are able to thrive in the environment in which they operate, because if they can thrive, then financial successes are given.
If you're a young person coming into the sports industry, I would say come at it from a very open mind. Think about the core methodologies you need to learn about how the industry works today before you start to think about revolutionising it and thinking about what's going on. Really take the time to understand the industry, what does that mean? And from a practical experience from the background that I come from, think about the game itself, like how has the game evolved and how do the leaders of the game approach how they see it. So how is the game played fundamentally? What are the methodologies about how you play the game? If you're interested in any sport, I would also always advise you to start there, like what are the core components of the game? What does a successful methodology look like? And how does that differ all over the world in terms of the sport that you're following?
My best advice for anybody wanting to come into the sports industry is to do a lot of listening and research at the moment, There's innovation changes, there's technology changes. Web3 is changing the game when it comes to how people are making revenue and how people are driving engagement. So I would really be paying attention to trends.
I think the absolute key thing is do something you enjoy. If it's the administration side, so you're keen on finance, on economics, on HR, on marketing, find out what courses are on offer, find out what learning experiences you can undertake, and critically look at who is connected with the industry that you want to work with. So you're not just learning from a textbook, you're learning from the people that either wrote them or are working in the sectors that you want to exist in.
Yeah, I suppose two pieces of advice. It's really important obviously to upskill yourself as much as possible in terms of formal qualifications, but the experience side of things, i.e. volunteering, getting your networks in place, is absolutely vital to make sure that you hear about those vacancies before anybody else.
Passion is really important. It's uniquely placed in sport. Anyone who's worked in sport or actually is a fan of sport, passion is a vital ingredient. Passion and perseverance applied with innovation are my three pieces of advice to anyone trying to get into sport. We've heard from people here today who have successfully made careers in sport, but they tried to become a player, but it didn't work out. But they've done amazing things by looking at finance and looking at things like data. So if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Yeah, look, it's not easy working in the sports industry, but one of the first things that you can do is add to your education. So I think going on certain courses like the VSI MSc, Sports Directorship course, which I went on, or the CEO course, I think that gives you a real leg up. And then it's about networking and meeting people and being passionate and sort of understanding where you want to land or where you want to sort of enter to grow or develop in that pathway.